It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
September 8th, 2016. I'm finally heading home. After 8 years in the States, I'm going back to Dominica for a new adventure. To live in the forests of my Caribbean homeland for 6 months, with nothing more than a few tools, some religious texts, and a camera. It's hard to pin down exactly what I'm looking for, but it's something I know I haven't been able to find out here in the modern world. An answer to the destructive forces I've been witnessing both within and without. What if our ancestors, living free in the wild, were actually closer to the answer than we've ever been? For me now, there's only one way to find out, even if it means leaving everything behind. What's going on?
It's been a long time. Oh look, he's getting taller. What's this?
You're just getting old and shrinking.
I'll
You got a
never get
little
old.
white.
We're having senile moments. We forgot to get rid of our rubbish.
If you're not from the Caribbean, you've probably never heard of Dominica. It's one of the smallest, most unspoiled islands of the Caribbean, home to the Kalinago people, waterfalls, Creole culture, and bouillon music. It's also where I grew up. I've always wondered if this place, where life feels so free and where so many of us live close to the land, is a viable alternative to the disconnect and environmental destruction of the modern world. And now I want to take it one step further, living strictly off the land. Yeah, it's like we've created a world of surplus now. And so now the next step is being able to deal with that surplus in a healthy way.
Yes, win.
You say this now. Oh, you up here? Yes! Yes!
Oh yes. It's not. It's good.
Somehow the mattress is still dry.
Are you serious?
Like, all around the sides, it's wet. Where it matters.
I'm just trying to picture you lighting a fire. This is you with matches.
Yep. Because I need to learn, I think learning how to make a fish pot, I think that fish pot will be one of my best friends.
Nice. It's gonna be like a you and Fishport Wilson.
Yeah. I don't know if the fish pot or the camera is gonna become my Wilson. Yeah.
All these things keep popping back up. You know, social structure, the dynamism of the human psyche, what's important and what isn't, what's a need and what's a desire,
Right.
and the difference between the two and where each one arises. I think it's about finding something that we've lost, and I think it's a great way to go about doing it. I, as your friend, would rather you go with some people. I would, but that's just you know, safety and for your well-being or whatever, just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I'll be living out here. Somewhere out here. Today, me and Kaz, my friend from Barbados, are off to meet a gentleman who's lived out in the bush for decades and never looked back. Since he's got no phone or internet, we can't call ahead, so we're hiking up to his spot and just hoping he's home. Having heard so much about this guy, I think we're both pretty excited to finally meet him. I'm hoping he can point me in the right direction. Michael.
In all the books that I read, when I read about the life of Jesus Christ, I think that is the life I try to emulate, you know? A life that is very, very loving. Life is so beautiful, but some people is to understand it, is to understand. Yeah. So what it is like in Barbados now, because
you know, we're developing somewhat, or we have been developing for sure, but I don't know if necessarily in the right direction, let's say, because you know the government does encourage people to, you know, with whatever land you have, try and grow, you know, something to sustain yourself, you know. Just try and become more self-reliant, and no one is really feeling that. Everyone wants to go KFC, want to go eat this and eat that and all kind of trash. People are getting very obese, unhealthy. No one's interested in that, you know, good, you know, living, you know, eating right.
you know, you go to the supermarkets and then you have a whole trolley of things that you buy with money. Money is hard to come by, and then when you look at in the trolley, all what is in there is poison.
Poison. Wrapped in stuff that destroys the environment as well.
Exactly,
Again, the plastic and all these
exactly.
things that we throw away, and
Exactly. But you have a choice to choose. You have a choice to choose life, because life is not material things. Life is good living. And slowly but surely I see it getting away from humanity.
Can we save the system that we're in, or do you think it will have to basically fall apart and we'll have to pick it up?
The only thing we can do is to save ourselves. My brother, when I first come up here, everybody say, yeah, that one is gone. He's a mad fella.
going up in the mountains, that crazy. Yeah, of course they would though. Oh.
Yeah. But I thank God, you know, I thank God every day that I had the strength to stand up to that. Your friends, you lose your friends, you lose your girlfriend, you lose everybody, because. But at the end of the day, I am up here for what? 40 years. This year is 40 years, and that 40 years is like one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
If Palm knew how caught up I was in the world, he'd be disappointed. I recently read something that stuck with me. Clinging is never kept within bounds. It is sure to go the wrong way. Quit it, and things follow their own course. It's time for me to try some of this age-old wisdom and see if I can finally get free, whatever that means. I realize that on a personal note, I have this idea that I'm going to go out there and be forced into becoming the person I want to be. I'm realizing that might be a completely foolish idea, but for example, like, I have a really sore throat right now. It's swollen in the back. I actually ran out of cigarettes, so you take that as a sign to chill for a couple days, but instead I raided my dad's stash and I'm still smoking, and I'm gonna hope that, you know, it doesn't inflame too much, which it probably will. But there's all these things like that, like smoking and eating healthier and being more disciplined, that I failed at recently, and I have this thought that going out there, yeah, I'm going to be forced into being able to do them. But maybe that's stupid. We'll see. Yeah. Last Facebook post. Goodbye, Mac. So this here is just about all the equipment I'll be bringing to survive for 6 months. Most of it's camera equipment. Bringing a couple books with me. These are the only books I've actually read this one in part, the Bhagavad Gita, which is like the ancient Hindu Bible, Buddhist scriptures, and the Holy Bible, which I've actually never read. So this will be the only stuff keeping me sane, and probably not even. Let's hear that on camera. You're quitting cigarettes today because I'm quitting cigarettes today.
Correct.
Mom?
Every time that he smokes a cigarette, he has to pay me $10.
But he's not going to be doing it anyway, right?
He's not going to be doing it, so I won't make any money, but just in case.
Let's see who wins. Goodbye, house. Goodbye, home. I have to get in on that side.
As well as mental
First few
strength.
weeks will be the most difficult when you get into a routine.
It's most of the day I would think would be gathering food and affecting the shelter. That's why I was suggesting the tents in case it rained while you were doing that.
If I get a little wet, no big deal.
Yeah, we could end
For
up with
one day.
pneumonia or something.
I should be able to get decent shelter under the trees, you know?
Oh, okay.
Give us a hug, son.
Yeah, love you. Don't be a hero.
I'll try not to be.
Okay,
I'll try not to be.
take care.
This shit is finally for real, baby. We're about to go figure out how to self-actualize, find out where man went wrong. And yeah, day 1 out of 183. Stay tuned. The river is not too far, but it's far enough. So I think I'm gonna get to work on this spot right here. Try and get a shelter up before evening. Just hope I get this done before dark. I can't stay too long because nothing is waterproof yet. I managed to put up about half of the, shelter. So this half outside, and this half is nothing. I'm gonna try and stay dry tonight, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Despite the rain, I'm gonna make a venture out, see if I can find some gommier sap so that I can get a fire started later. I can't remember exactly what the leaves look like, but if you see it bleeding sap, you'll know it. So once I find this one, then I'll be able to identify others. Ooh, that crab running away. I didn't get too much from these first 2 trees, just a little shavings, but I think I just hit the mother lode over this way, so let's go check it out. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Look at that. If I play my cards right, that should give me, I want to say, at least 5 to 10 fires. So, booyah! Oh, nice. Garnier. The power of Garnier. Oh, it's starting to look like a fire! I'm gonna be able to eat a hot meal with hopefully some fresh crab if I can just get this done and the rain holds off. Lots of variables. All right, I gotta get back to it. There's one right there. Ooh, there's another one right here. He's reaching up. He knows. Oh, come on, grab on there, buddy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's game, little buddy. That's game. Unfortunately, I only got one, which is crazy because I saw some money earlier. But I want to go back before the fire runs out. Also remembered that there's some dasheen further down. So I'm going to go and grab one of those and then throw these two on the fire. I believe this here is what they call life. Got some crab, got some dasheen, and I even got some coconut water. Come at me. Living lavish. Franny, this one's for you. It's just a little space in the trees and the moon is poking out. It's wonderful. Fran, what does it smell like?
Smells like honeysuckles from back home.
It's like we're in America.
Oh my god.
My dearest Francis, I severely underestimated how much you'd stay on my mind out here. Already it seems my go-to thought is, Fran would love this, and it's only been a week. I need to pull it together. Things seem to be going well. I haven't even had any withdrawals from quitting cigarettes, which is insane considering how much I was smoking. You'd be proud. I think I'm absorbing the zen of the forest, learning to be more with less. I've got food, water, shelter, finally some time to think. Why mankind ever left this life is beyond me. We left a fully alive matrix that we fit into perfectly for dead cities in concrete cages, enslaving ourselves to the pursuit of things, all while destroying the world in the process. It's kind of like we got lost, and yet every step from home we called progress. Soon I'll have to put away thoughts of you and all these other thoughts too if I hope to get where I'm going. The answers are out here, but they require my presence. Talk soon. Love, Michael. So it's been 2 weeks since I entered the forest, and I think it's gone pretty well. It really actually hasn't been that hard giving up all the things we're used to. You know, I haven't had food with preservatives or sugar or salt, and I haven't had internet, and I haven't had alcohol or cigarettes, all the kind of sense pleasures we're used to in the modern world. I've been doing without. You know, it'll be interesting going 6 months without the sort of inputs that we're used to, and I don't know. I'll be interested to see what lies beyond there. Is there, is there some other consciousness or some other reality that exists once you have cut off the non-stop pleasure inputs? I think I've literally been trying to meditate for like maybe 2 hours now at this point. And I haven't. Your mind gets away, man. You got idea after idea after idea after idea. Nonsense. If we didn't think we needed so many things, the amount of I want to get KFC, strip it off the bone. Man is questing for his potential. Italian sausage pizza, chicken pot pie, the story of cheesy nachos. I have what it takes to be a filmmaker in life. When it should be now. Now is all we have. Just be awareness and nothing else. It's been raining cats and dogs for 2.5 days now. No good. Not for me anyway. This has gotta be a tropical storm or something, because this is an ungodly amount of rain. This little stream. Four days of rain will do that. Oh. Here I was about to try and start a fire, and it's just downpouring again. So I gotta wait. Fuck. Ah! Alright. I'm done being a hero for the day. I'm cuddling up. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day reading, making rope, meditating. I was bad this morning. I skipped my morning meditation. I have a feeling this is gonna be the wettest night I've had so far. Right by my head. And more rain. More rain, more rain. What's new? Everything is soaked. All my towels. Jesus Christ. Fuck. How does anyone get anything done? The inside of my house is completely flooded. I'm gonna have to basically redo the whole thing. Look at that. Blue sky. One way or another today, I'm getting protein. So we're gonna go fishing. We're gonna try and get crabs, and we're gonna get a fire started. Even if it's the most measly fire, I'm gonna cook something on it, because now we're pushing 6 days. No protein. Not a good look. First time I'm putting my hands on a crab. You sneaky guy! Probably gave him a minor concussion. There we go. No? Alright, big guy. Come on, you don't see a hook. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about! Yes! 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 That's what I'm talking about! Hell yeah! Alright, I've got a mix of leaves, coconut husk, and gamier. Might be getting something. Yeah. That lovely blue sky has turned on me, as always. It might just be a light shower, we have to hope. But I have to go get my gear that I left charging. Making fire here in the rainforest. It's a race every time. Our problem is the twigs are wet, so I'm gonna break up some small twigs and try and cover it before the rain. I gotta go. Unfortunately, no luck. So I'm gonna just have crayfish, sugarcane tonight, and I'm gonna give it a shot tomorrow. So it doesn't make sense struggle and burn up all whatever dry stuff I have if it's not gonna happen. So, and it started raining, so fuck it. Tomorrow. I actually saw some worms crawl out of this fish. I wrapped it as best as I could, but you know what? I'm gonna eat it still. I'm gonna smoke them out. I got my crab going there. I got my vios here, and then I got my dasheen underneath. That'll take longer, but yeah, we got it. 4% better. Yeah. Day 28. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, the works. The importance of achieving fire under any circumstance cannot be overstated. Unfortunately, finding dry firewood and keeping it dry is a considerable challenge. I'm starting to lose faith that the hard work will ever be over, but surprisingly, I'm okay with it. For once, I'm doing something on my own terms. No employer to hate, no system to rage against, no society to feel trapped by. Just reality, and the choice in each moment to be present and accept it, or to fight it and be miserable. It makes me wonder how our ancestors thought about their world. Were they at peace, indifferent to hardship? Or were they dissatisfied and so destined to change the world? Maybe I'll never know. Maybe it doesn't even matter. So I've been eating pretty well, but I'm never quite full. And it's funny, cigarettes, alcohol, social media, sex, orgasms, which I've had none of, all of those things I really haven't missed that much. But food and people. The food is natural, and I think wanting it is natural. But I think that I want to get to a point past wanting anything. And I think that's where freedom, real freedom, and freedom here lies, is in not wanting anything. And so while, of course, these things are natural, I think the freedom that I'm searching for is maybe something outside of what nature offers. Every moment spent either in the past or in the future is a moment not spent now. It's time, I think, to try and be in the present as much as possible. A friend from the area came out this morning to warn me that there's a hurricane, Category 3 hurricane, directly on its way. I'm deciding to stay out here. I haven't been in a hurricane, so I don't know exactly what that's like. It's supposed to be 50-mile-per-hour winds. Already my Zalmush is lifting off, so I went to gathering some palm leaves and stuff just to at least add some weight. and try and weatherproof this thing as much as possible. I'm just grabbing these palm fronds right now. Holy shit. I don't know if you just heard that, but another tree fell. That's my biggest fear. I really don't want to get squashed by a tree tonight. And there's a pretty big one. I'll show you. Alright, let's get this going. I'm just a guy and I'm doing this. Exactly what I'm doing, I don't know. But I can tell you, I'm doing it. Oh yeah. Figured it was probably prudent to get one last shot of my shelter. This is where I'm at, month 3. We're about to get a big storm. It's just before nightfall. It's dumping down rain. It's a ton of wind. You can hear the massive boulders being shifted by the river. I have a feeling the log isn't going to be there tomorrow. There's some flooding in here, but I think I'm okay. A bit wet and damp, but again okay. So we're gonna hold tight for the night. Just try and look out for these trees. I hope everyone else out there is safe. Hopefully see you on the other side of this. Die in such a stupid way. I'm not afraid to die, but this would be a dumb-ass way to do it. I want to say I love you all, but I don't want to jinx myself. I'll see you all soon. I guess it's time to get up and go see the damage. I kind of want to stay in here because it's raining, but I gotta pee anyway. Oh, gotta try and worm my way out of here. Wow! Oh my! There's no forest? What the fuck? Jesus! Oh my god! Oh. What? Oh! Look at this! Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Fuck! Look at this! There's not a single treetop left! Not a single one! And look! This tree literally fell on my shelter. Oh my god! While it's on my mind, I just want to say it's just so obvious how Nature just does not give a fuck about you or I at all. It's violent, it's brutish, and it's somehow magnificent at the same time. But it's a violent, wicked world out here. I'm gonna try and trek through here and get to the Eco Lodge and then figure out life from there. Very grateful to be alive, and I really need to check up on a lot of people now. Yeah. Not surprisingly, but it seems that I'm stranded for the time. The river is impassable. There's no way further down. I might take a look further up and see if there's anywhere, but I might just have to stay put. It's pissing down right now. Wow. Looks like I'll be sleeping out here tonight. The river's still way too high. I went up and checked at a different spot and it's not gonna happen, so. Another night in the, not bush anymore, but in the sticks. I'm wet and I'm cold, but I'm alive. Somehow I didn't think to make a shelter. Now I'm stuck swinging my arms in circles just to stay warm. Right now, that's all that matters. I'm starting to think this journey from the wilderness to civilization was mankind's destiny. The wild was too temperamental. Civilization offered security, and security meant survival. I'll miss this place, but at this point, I'm ready to get out. Tomorrow, I'm hoping I can make it to the closest outpost, my friend's Eco Lodge, which isn't too far. And then I'll take it from there. I'm gonna try and give it a go. Right now, I'm gonna try and cross here. I think I got it. Oh shit. Yes, baby, yes. Oh wow, that roof is off. And this whole thing is worse off than my shelter. What's up?
Am I on film right now?
Yeah.
Am I good?
Yeah. What's up, bro? How'd you cross? How? Is it down enough now?
Kind of.
Oh, not yet.
It's
Yeah.
island wide from what you're saying.
It's what?
This is island wide.
Yeah, I would assume. How you feeling?
Feeling like I've lost half my hotel. Could be worse, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're
You
alive.
okay? Yeah, it was close.
Another fucking storm, right? Right. You know what happened there? A piece of the bar hit the roof. See the yellow? A piece from the bar beat the roof. That's what began there.
Road and them completely blocked. The trees. Yeah. Trees, man.
The whole country must be fucked. Do we hear from? Has anyone heard from outside?
No service.
Someone from town. Huh?
You said the guy came from town. Oh, the policeman, yes.
Oh, okay.
How did he say town was?
He didn't say much. He's the police. As soon as they break, he decided to go because their family was there.
Okay.
They just moved on.
I lost one water tank. Our water system's out, but we still at least have half a tank of water.
Nice. Since all communications are down and the nearby bridges got washed away, we're almost completely cut off. But with a little technology and the grace of nature, we're getting by. Rumors are slowly trickling in of hundreds dead, widespread looting, and word is the capital has been flattened. Yet here we are in this little oasis with food and fresh water. If I could stay here longer, I would, but once the road is clear, I need to get home and find out how my own family fared. Hopefully there's good news.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, heading out. Take it easy. Safe travels tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, dude. Alright. So this is our map of Dominica. I am... Where are we? I'm around this area. I'm gonna have to take this road across and down, and then I have to make my way up to around here. So that's what my day is gonna be today. Been walking probably anywhere between an hour and 2 hours. It's all uphill. But trying to make it to the junction and then hopefully catch a ride. But it's just silent, you know. Usually there's at least the sound of all the animals, like the crickets and the frogs and stuff, but it's silent.
My partner tell me Wednesday his neighbor called him to dig a hole if him to bury his father. He was here and he came from first day telling him, boy, my mother died, we have to dig another hole. He wants to say that's not the crying. I said, boy, my mother. Going to bury your father and then your mother will die. That's good. Christian service come back, you know. What do you say, come back? Before I lift up yesterday, I thought service on the phone. Yeah, well.
I'm gonna film if that's alright. Can I film? Were you talking about this?
Oh, okay. Nature just killed both the guilty and the innocent.
Yeah.
The young and the old. The godly and the ungodly. That's come against humanity, I thought. Therefore, we should take him to court. What is the purpose of nature? What is the purpose of hurricane? What is hurricane seeking to achieve? Can it achieve it in some other ways than violence? Yes, and what's our contribution, like what you're saying? What's our contribution, mass contribution to provoking this violence?
Oh, this is home. Whoop, whoop. Experience and a half of a lifetime. Oh man. It was close. It was close.
Myron and
oh, thank you guys. Oh man, good to see you too. Yeah, man.
Came because we haven't actually got out yet.
You haven't got out yet?
Well, we've gone out to Makushri, obviously.
Cool.
But for a while the car wasn't starting.
I think I managed to get a text out to Franny with contact numbers for Gems, for Cal and Ben and Jenna's people, and to post on Facebook that I'm fine. And I'm on my way to see you, and I'm assuming you guys are fine.
Okay, well, Myron's also going to do that for us.
Okay, cool.
The question was, where the fuck is Michael?
I'm afraid
Yeah.
it was one of
That's
the
what everyone
worst
was asking.
hit my
Oh, please tell me you put my laptop somewhere.
Where did you
Because
put- where did you put
one thing, I need to be able to be transferring all this footage. I'm going to be shooting forever.
We were scooping water out of the corridor and flushing it down the toilet. It was pouring in and stuff. It was even coming through the...
I told you to fix that forever ago, so you know what? I told you 1,000,000 times that area is all fucked up. And
It's the whole roof, all the tiles have gone.
yeah.
The worst area was where we put the extension up and where the boards joined, because there was quite big gaps, so it was flowing in right about where your Dominic room.
The only place that was okay was the bathroom.
Let me take a look at my laptop, because how am I gonna make my film without a laptop? Fuck! Just woke up because it started raining. And I don't know if you can tell. But oh wow. It's raining inside right now. And honestly, I still feel like we're not badly off. My pillow's soaked. That's alright. That's alright. Because it has to be alright.
Tonight, a look at the worst of Maria's wrath. At least 15 people are dead, but many others are missing in communities that are completely cut off.
An estimated 70% of homes had their roofs ripped off, leaving thousands of families exposed.
Hurricane Maria made landfall on the island of Dominica as a Category 5 storm with winds over 250 kilometers per hour.
Roads ripped, huge trees uprooted, debris littering the street.
I come to you straight from the front line of the war on climate change. We dug graves today in Dominica. Our homes are flattened. Our buildings roofless. Our water pipes smashed and road infrastructure destroyed. Our hospital is without power and schools have disappeared beneath the rubble. Mr. President, warmer air and sea temperatures have permanently altered the climate. We as a country did not start this war against nature. The war has come to us. Eden is broken.
Nine days after Maria, and I'm finally able to hear from the outside world. I want to film more of my first call, which happens to be to Fran, but as fate would have it, everything keeps cutting out. I tell her we're all okay, and she tells me everyone's relieved. I eventually tell her that, having come face to face with death, I'm finally sure she's the one. She hesitates and then tells me she's seeing someone else. We make plans for coordinating information with my family and friends outside the country and say goodbye. I still need to find out how my friends here fared.
That was my room.
So were you here when this happened?
When it started to get strong, I woke up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I wasn't inside when that fell.
Good.
Trying to figure out where to go. I went in the toilet. Here. Because at the back there is concrete and by the shower.
Gotcha.
And when it was starting to wet down, water, I went into the garage.
Yeah.
So saying that's where I rescued the storm, Maria. Inside of the car.
Inside the car, inside the garage.
That's the door I tie. Look at it. have no electricity, no running water in our home. We don't know when electricity is going to come back, so life has to change. You cannot work how you want to. You have to economize everything. Fuel, to get fuel is available, but you have to be waiting in lines for certain things. So it's just a change.
Yeah.
The people used to have the carry water. Look at them out of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Eric, I can remember the number one thing on the market was pumps and water pumps.
The situation is too much for a lot of people. No water, no power, no supermarkets. My friend's mom at the paper estimates that thousands of people have left the island. For those of us who are staying, it's like we stepped back through time. Back to a time we thought we left behind.
When I was little, we had to go to the river and bathe, and we all socialized a lot more. Modernization kind of took us away from that, and now Maria came, and now we're all, communities are bonding. I speak more with my neighbor, to be honest. We look out for each other, we help each other, we go to the river together, we bathe, we help each other laundry. We do everything together. We look out for each other.
Although the situation has brought out the best in many, without the regular institutions and rule of law, greed and selfishness have also reared their ugly heads.
After this hurricane, people did things like you would never imagine people to do.
I was a nervous wreck because of the looting and seeing certain people coming around in the neighborhood trying to get our gas out of our gas tanks. Those were the realities.
Well, I have two boys at home actually, and well, thank God I have little food at home. But if I had to depend on the ration, I don't think we would be eating presently. So all I remain is this stuff alone, bro. That stuff I had to go down tongue and end up, taking. I don't know who is the person in charge sharing or if they forgot the people up on the piers, but we ain't getting anything. Yeah, so life continues in Dominica. We just have to just take it one day at a time. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, bro. Yeah, trust me, it's tough.
It's a mess of a situation right now. We're still bailing water out of the house. We still haven't got electricity. People are still in dire need. A lot of people have left. But, you accept whatever the reality that you're in because you have to. But it's upsetting when, hearing stories about the looting and about politicization of aid, just all these things that kind of compound the suffering, and are all unnecessary and are within our collective power to not do and to be better. That's the really disheartening thing.
So we are on our way today to go and get fresh water from the spring and to see what we can forage at Rosalie. Mom's in shock to see the interior looking like this.
Don't recognize where I am. I don't know where I am. It's really sad.
Keep the engine running or not?
No, turn it off. You waste petrol.
Hey, English guy, what the man say? Things good?
So this is the natural spring that we get our water from anyway, even when there's not a hurricane. So not too much changes. We got a real production line going.
Yeah. Michael?
What?
Is that all the bottles now?
That's all the empties, yeah.
I say it's really interesting that the people who live closest to the land are the ones who are surviving the best. Here we are, they have running water, even piped water, and they've got food in abundance. So nothing's really changed.
Yep. Green pawpaw, nice. That can go in stew. That can make salad. Look at all these grapefruit we have. And this is all what we collected. We got inside, there's more water. We got a bunch of fresh water. We got a bunch of plantain, green banana, green pawpaw, grapefruit, some limes. So we're good for food, and we'll be able to share that with a couple people as well. We have friends that are cooking for other people, so transport this to the West Coast and let's eat. Gonna be doing this stretch below the Silver up to the ridge. It's really not much different from life in the forest. You put up a roof, it rains, it leaks, you patch it up, it's dry for a second, and then you repeat.
Oh, I need a rest after all that work we've done this week.
Yep. It's been non-stop, hasn't it?
Nice temperature here in the shade. A little breeze. Just what I need.
You appreciate the little things, right?
I mean, people are still trying to deny climate change. George Monbiot calls it climate breakdown, but this, to me, it's climate catastrophe.
Yeah.
And I mean, all the scientists that are researching global warming, you know, 98% of them can't be wrong.
Yeah.
And the other 2% are the ones that are being paid by the fossil fuel companies and the politicians.
Enjoying yourselves?
Are you enjoying it?
It's lovely.
Always.
The water's actually warm today, warmish.
Perfect temperature.
And yesterday I was thinking, I'm now having to do exactly what my parents used to have to do. So even with all the sophistication in times of crisis, you have to come back to the simple, sustainable life. I always say to people who came to live in Dominica that we're ahead of the curve. And it's funny, supposedly intelligent people never think they're going to die. We just don't think about it, and yet it's part of life. So I think slowly I'm getting a better mental attitude to aging and to death, and something like Maria puts it sharply into focus, because there was a time when we wondered if we would survive it.
Wild times. Wild times we live in.
I'm sure when I used to work at Camden or the Department of the Environment, nobody would ever think, anybody that I knew, any of my friends, wouldn't think I'd be able to cope in this situation.
Back in England.
Back in England, if this happened. But you just have to step up.
Everything's still leaking. A month and a bit after the hurricane with tarpaulins.
Was I born for this? I've been mocking now for an hour and a half. The rain isn't gonna let up, is it?
It seems things are gonna be this way for a while, but despite some initial ups and downs, we're settling in. Settling into our leaky roof, no electricity, no internet life. It might sound strange, but there's a stillness that settled over our lives. A sort of quiet that's usually hard to come by. All of a sudden, we have time to reflect and appreciate whatever little we have left.
So far, I cannot complain. These things are just material things. So the most important that we are healthy and alive. So let us. Absolutely. Yeah.
I personally, I'm not so happy, but I'm alive. So.
All my money gone, but I have life. Everything is material things staying on this world. I have life and I believe in God.
This experience has made me deeply thankful for the material things I have left, and for the modern. But it's our so-called backwardness that's been our saving grace. There's not many places in the world where people can find fresh food and water on their own. Nor are there many places where people could take a disaster like this so stoically.
Well, I understand where there's got a bomb, there's somebody a bomb, and we have to deal with it. Anything in life.
But of all the countries that can get through this, Dominica will.
By God's grace. Not by man's power, God's grace. Is if all of us put our heads together with faith and trust in God, life will carry on, but it is not easy.
The fact that we have the resources, water is life. Put up at the electricity, but water is life, and once you have food and water, you'll survive.
Life here is far from perfect, but it's taught us all some valuable lessons. Like how to live with the world instead of against it. Like accepting what is, because you can't control everything. As climate change intensifies worldwide, I have a feeling more and more people will be looking back to countries like ours, or should I say forwards, for a blueprint on living well. Today is Dominica's independence. Everyone still celebrating despite the situation. I'm just walking down to the stadium. Down there, it's already packed. I almost didn't come today, I was so tired, but how can you miss
Fellow Dominicans, we are still standing. A sea of weeping crashed through our defenses, yet we are still standing. We must, therefore, shine a light onto the right path for our planet. Let us continue to work together, hold hands to build this beautiful country from ashes to a more prosperous nation. I thank you most profusely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kind of overwhelming feeling today of just love for this place, you know? It's I don't know if anywhere has a spirit like this place. that could get the kind of beating we just got. And still everyone is out looking beautiful and smiling and singing songs. There's really, there's nowhere like here, you know. There's nowhere like here.
Say with Christmas Day we're mopping, but then here we are this afternoon at a lovely beach. So I think it's made people more resilient.
Now we're more prepared for the next one, and if Armageddon comes, then we're all right.
I think we're prepared to accept less. We realised that we were consuming too much, and I think considering how bad that storm was, that we're recovering reasonably well. People are just trying to get on with it and repair what they can, and what they can't, we have to wait for government to repair.
If we can survive that, we can survive anything.
Yeah, so 3 years ago I visited Dominica, and it was simple and beautiful and untouched. Developed enough that you can move around, but not developed enough where it was exotic and different, and exploring the world through a child's lens from a place that doesn't have rules. You just live life. Everyone's also a little uncertain of what the future is, but that's also part of what the culture is here. You're living in the moment, and that's part of also what life is. And I recall telling Mike before he left, because this is the same thing I always tell my parents before I leave for a trip where I shouldn't be doing something, is if you die, Mike, I will not be sad, because I know that you'll be living the life that you wanted to live. And I know if you die being peaceful with that, there's no better way to die. And there's a full-on rainbow here that you'll see almost all day long.
Unreal.
Here on the nature aisle.
We just have rainbows 24/7.
I saw at least 30 yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. A year ago, I came back home searching for something. Something I had previously thought lay in a future when man knew enough and had amassed enough resources and developed enough technology. But that future came and went, and still we weren't happy. And so I went into the forest, searching for it in our past life, in the simplicity and freedom of the natural world. And although I found glimpses of it, it wasn't until I got back home that I realized the answer doesn't lie at some future endpoint or some forgotten beginning. It's not leaving the forest and becoming civilized, nor is it burning down civilization and returning to the forest. The answer is something else entirely. It's sleeping in the rain while giving thanks for being alive. It's losing your life's possessions and smiling, knowing they can be worked for again. It's smoked meat and river baths and family and home. It's ending up right where you started and laughing that you ever thought you had somewhere to go in the first place. If someone tells you salvation lies down some road, forwards or backwards or left or right, don't believe them. There's one thing this journey's made clear. It's that backwards is forwards, man-made is natural, and that the answers are always right here.
I love you, Dominica. Hey, listen. Okay. I live on the nature island, a place called Dominica, where everybody would love to dwell.
Almighty stretch for his hand. Blessings flow like the river Nile, with lots of food to make bellies swell. But the problem is the people. They deal with too much evil. They go hand in hand with the devil. More they have is more they want. The rivers keep on flowing. The plants and herbs are growing. And the modern nature is showing that it's people too ignorant. I survive on mighty Kubuli, hurricane after hurricane. So it is right here, so I belong. We talk about her natural beauty. It's amazing how she maintained going through this turbulent storm. But in spite of all the crisis, the situation the tightest, wicked sellers raising their prices. But my country's still nice. The farmers go on toiling, while plenty fruits are spoiling. But the hot water lake is boiling on this beautiful paradise.